Welcome to the Fit 450 podcast, featuring your host, Lee Phillips.
Good morning, and welcome to my latest episode in the Fit 450 podcast. I hope you're doing well on this murky Thursday. I just thought I would drop another episode. I'm on my way to film a wedding at the Brigadoon in Alloway. So this is giving me some time. I've got about 40 minutes. Don't worry, I'm not going to be speaking for 40 minutes. I hear you sighing with relief. I am just going to do a little roundup, talk about how I've been getting on, and see how it goes from there. As usual, this will be unedited, apart from sticking the intro and a new outro on this. So I'm going to do that today during lunch, or during dinner rather, the wedding breakfast. When I get time, I'm going to chuck the MacBook open and put together a little show. Well, see, I wasn't going to do one because I just, something, I did not feel the energy for it, but then I've just chucked a couple of mouthfuls of my Starbucks down the old gullet, and despite the temperature being quite a little bit too hot for my liking, I decided, why not? So powered by Starbucks this time, because Costa is pish. Even though there's one right next to the Starbucks that I go to, I much prefer Starbucks. If given the choice, I would rather be doing a coffee from the house. My Pure Roasters hookup. Shout out to the boys at Pure Roasters. But here's the wee kind of catch up. So I said that I was off to Alloway. So I just wanted to give you a little background on me. I'm a wedding videographer for 918 Wedding Films. I also do non-wedding video work for my other company, which is 6-4 Productions. But today it's 918 Wedding Films, off to film a wedding in Alloway. So hopefully the weather plays nicely. We're getting the arse end of Hurricane Ernesto or something like that, and so far in the last few days, 3 or 4 days, the wind and the rain has been utterly depressing. It's like winter time in August. It's shite. But I mean, that's sometimes living in Scotland. That's what you're stuck with. Anywho, so I've had, since the last podcast, which dropped a week ago, just under a week ago, what have I been doing? I was at basketball on the Thursday night, which was semi-disastrous. Is as much that the said storm had caused leaks in the Lagoon Arena, which is ironic considering it says Lagoon. So there was water all over the court, or there had been, so there was buckets everywhere, so we actually had to play cross court. They've got decent movable rings, so we were able to do something. It wasn't full court. There was no line markings, but what it made me realise is my cardio fitness is shocking. After taking the summer off of basketball just to kind of rehab and get my adductor injury back in repair mode and be fixed and ready for the new season for Paisley and GB, I definitely felt the results of not doing that training. Plus, diet was a wee bit out the window. Went on holiday. Pizza was delicious. We've already talked about that, but the kind of upshot of that was my cardio fitness is way down. So I was a bit disappointed in myself for that, or maybe I just had higher expectations of myself, but then the realisation of where I actually was kind of hit home as I was blowing out my arse trying to do a figure of 8 layup. It wasn't the actual doing the layup that was the issue, it was just the running part. And it wasn't even a large court, so I had no real excuse. But anywho, that kind of got me thinking of what can I do to improve my cardio. So I had a chat with Scotty, and it is, unfortunately for me, going to involve the assault bike. And we were chatting about it on Sunday on the way up to the Loch Dip, and Scotty says, well, what you can do is just a 20-minute workout. And I thought, brilliant, sounds alright, 20 minutes, that's not too bad, not too shabby. 20 seconds, full pelt, best you can do, balls to the walls, 40 seconds rest, do that 20 times. That's a good workout, and I said there's nothing good sounding about that. However, if I want to get my cardio fitness up, that's the kind of things I need to do. I need to get more steps in. I've not really been hitting my 10,000 a day, so that creates the tank, that gives you that kind of getting out and getting the body moving and stepping rather than just sitting, gets you prepared for then doing the cardio stuff. So that's, again, I've been working on that, and there was another thing, but it's just escaped me. So I go out the bike, or if I want to, I get my bike out and do some stuff that way. So that's, I have the plan, I just now need to execute the plan. So because I'm filming today, my normal basketball day is a Thursday. I went along to the pre-game training session on Tuesday night, and in the back of my head I was very worried about the whole fitness and how I'd been on Thursday and stuff like that, so I was kind of a bit apprehensive, and it started off not the best. I just felt a little bit sluggish, but then something clicked. Once I kind of got over that little wobble, I think it was maybe in the head or whatever, I don't know, but something clicked, and I just got it out of my head and just started pushing myself. We're doing the rebound tipping drill, where tip the ball and then run to the opposite free throw line. So it's a decent distance, join the queue, keep going and repeat. So that was basically what we were doing for one of the drills, and I was doing alright with it. Didn't feel out of breath, didn't feel too tired. It was obviously heart rate was up, so that's normal, but that's fine, that's good, that's what you want. And then later on we had the games, and after it all I thought I did okay. Don't get me wrong, with some bad shots or some misses, but getting back on defence or getting ahead for the fast break, I still felt like I had juice in the tank. I still felt that there was a wee bit more still there, which was good. Don't get me wrong, I'm under no illusions that this is me, I'm back to the way it was, not at all. Still got loads to go, but it shows me that if you can get it out of your head that you can't do something, then you get a better chance of actually doing something else or achieving more. So Coach Callum came up to me at the end of the session and said that thought I did really well, so that was a good compliment. First thing I did was turn the positive compliment into a negative. Rather than me just saying, oh, cheers mate, I appreciate it, I went, oh yeah, but, and threw in a negative. So get that out of my head, stop doing that. No one wants to hear, or no one wants to give somebody a compliment only for it to be turned into a negative. So that's a mindset shift I need to work on. If I'm going to get a compliment, just say thank you. That's it. Wednesday, so I'd been at the gym on a Tuesday, been at basketball on Wednesday and Tuesday night. Wednesday, I wasn't at the gym, but I had a player development one-on-one coaching session with Scotty at the Kelvin Hall. Him and I are both TSP awardees, which is a Talented Sports Performer Award that Glasgow City Council do, and it basically gives you a Glasgow Club membership And this is basically because we're doing the GB Maxi Basketball programme. We qualify for this because we're representing our country / Great Britain in a sporting field. So we get basically the equivalent of a Glasgow club membership, which allows us to use any of the Glasgow run gyms, swimming pools, and also there's an allowance on the card that lets us book basketball courts, so we're able to use that throughout the course of the year, which is brilliant. Because obviously everything's self-funded, and you're talking, if you want to do 2 or 3 sessions a week, you're easily talking £30-40 a week. It's not really sustainable, so this allows us to do that. So I had the 1-on-1 session, did some close-in shooting, some slightly further out shooting, some free throws, and we talked about this today. I need to get more practice. So form shooting could be better. I think it's not the fact that I can't score, it's just the fact that my shot is very inconsistent. It changes up every other shot, and it can be, sometimes it can be absolutely brilliant, spot on, swish, and then I get in my head that everything's going great, and then what happens is I change it, sometimes unwittingly, I change it, and then I miss, and the head goes down and stuff like that. So, but that's down to practice. If you're not practicing more than once a week, then how do you expect to get any better? So even if it's just, I've got a hoop out the back, if it was just working in some close-in form shooting stuff there, then that would help. But using the TSP cards will definitely allow me more opportunity to do that. So that's again something that I'm looking at reintroducing. And again, no work during the summer, so my expectations of being awesome at shooting were low to none. Basics are not awesome at shooting. I said to Scotty this morning that I felt that I'd gone back to square one, or gone back a few steps as far as how well I'd been performing. So usually we last season we used Easterhouse, we used Kelvin Hall, we used Emirates, and I was getting very confident. I was working on my inside post up moves, big man moves. I was hitting them. I was getting better at the whole one-on-one, the defensive work. Still a little bit slow at my feet, and again, weight doesn't really help. So I need to once that changes, then I'm going to be in a better position to get faster on my feet, especially defensively, to stop players getting past me as easily. But I think the big issue I had was that I just felt sluggish, slow, no energy, and that dents the confidence to a certain extent. So that's something that I need to work on. And this isn't a Lee bashing session. This is just me dumping my thoughts and stuff like that from other ways to get better. It's not that I'm saying I'm shite, not fully shite, but I'm not saying that I'm shite. I'm just saying that these are other ways to get even better. And I'm not being tough on myself because I know that I've not trained as much over the summer, so everything has slipped a little bit, and that's okay. So you just got to get better at it. But like the first session, I was a wee bit down on myself because I wanted to do better. I wanted to be playing at the level I'd been playing at in the past, and it just wasn't there. We played a couple of games of King of the Court, which is basically get ball at the top of the key outside the 3-point line. You have 3 dribbles and then to get the shot off, and I just did not do well. I mean, I'm playing against Scotty, which is it's a tough gig in its own, because despite the fact that he's a bit of a fat bastard at the moment, my word's not his, that he's still faster, he's strong, he's great, he's a guard, he's a shooter, even though some people might say he's not, Mr. Mackay. He can hit the three, so my quandary when I play against him is if I play up too close to stop him shooting the three, he can get past me very easily, and that's where I struggle, is stopping him using my feet. So there, again, that wasn't. I don't mind getting beat. I just didn't feel that I performed at my best. So again, get back on it, keep doing it. So rather than wallowing in self-pity, I'm going to be making sure that I'm back, booking more sessions, even if it's just myself, getting some shooting and working in the spaces that I should be shooting at in a game, not taking 3-pointers, even though I scored one in a game, but that's not the point. I should be taking the shots from where I would get the ball in the game, so back to the basket type stuff, little jump shots around the key area, close in stuff off the backboard, all that kind of good stuff. I need to get some more sessions under the belt, and hopefully that plus the cardio plus the weight loss. And speaking of weight loss, right, when I came back from holiday and I started this venture, I was 19 stone 12. Today, I don't know if it was the dump or what, but today came back from the gym session, which was really good. I did a wee bit extra prowler work as well, and that's not a creepy word. The weights sled, if you're that way inclined. What I did was weighed myself, and for the first time in months, I can't remember the last time, to be honest, I was under 19 stone by 0.2 of a pound, no less, but still the scale started with an 18, and that there was beautiful, and it just showed that a lot of that's down to tracking my food, not over consuming, drinking loads of water, and exercising. So keep that going. According to MyFitnessPal, in 5 weeks' time, I'll be 17 stone 12. That would be fucking tremendous. So I don't know how, I can't remember how to do it, but obviously we've got Spotify now, we've got Amazon Music, we've got Apple Podcasts, and we've got the YouTube channel now for all the content. So you've now got various ways of doing it. If it's on YouTube, leave a comment, make sure you give it a follow and a subscribe, but leave a comment on I might even open up as a Q&A. I don't know how to do that yet, but drop some questions, and I'll read them out in the next episode, and I'll give you answers to them. Hopefully there's more people being inspired. If you're unhappy with anything in your life, if it's possible and you can fix it yourself, if it's your weight or your fitness, try to stop worrying about it. Try to stop being annoyed at yourself and do something about it. So going from talking the talk, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, to walking the walk, as I've done this week. And be honest with yourself. If you don't want to do it, then stop complaining about it. Shut the fuck up. But see, if you do want to do it, right, just do it. Make the time. Even if it's an online course, if there's online sessions, get them under the belt. Like Scotty does online stuff, and it's half an hour every day, right? And you could be doing ass, kettlebells, whatever the session is, but it's half an hour of your life every day, and all you're doing is working up a sweat, getting the heart rate going, and it'll help you lose weight. It'll help you fit into those clothes you don't fit in anymore. I've got t-shirts that I bought on holiday last year, and I'd gone down to an extra large, which for some people extra large is like fatty, but for me extra large, I've got broad shoulders, I'm a big guy, I'm 6'4". I'm happy with extra large, but right now they don't fit, and some of them I've not even had a chance to wear yet. So I need to get that. That's my goal, is to be able to fit back in these awesome t-shirts, or the shirts that I bought, the shorts that are a little bit too tight when I put them on and I can't breathe. Right, they shouldn't be like that. So if that's how you feel about clothes, then do something about it, right? Stop beating yourself up. Stop going, I wish I could do this. You can do it, but only if you want to do it. And on that note, have an awesome rest of your day, or whatever you're doing today, because this won't be Thursday when you're listening to it, most likely. But just, if you've got any questions, get in touch. I'm not a nutritional expert, I'm not a PT expert, but I've got people that I can speak to and help and hook you up. Much love to you all, and have an awesome day.
Thank you for listening to the Fit for 50 podcast. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, and share. Oh, and clean your teeth.